es un tema en Technicolor para hacer algo útil del amor.
Oftentimes, over the internet, we hear the term the golden era of YouTube, or the prime of the internet. This referring to an era of YouTube content and general internet media being more loose off the rails, if you will. Some reference this time as a way of contrasting edginess to today's standard of internet extremity. Some only describe this time as such due to its genuine euphoric and carefree feeling. I can admit as such, being a young little kid watching YouTube on my iPad for an unhealthy amount of time a day, although somewhat depressing, is something I greatly cherish and feel nostalgic thinking about. Personally, a very overlooked factor as to what made this time great, aside from your vloggers, your Leafy is Here's, your animation memers, your gaming channels, is the usage of video games in storytelling media. Specifically, those of the Nintendo IP. When I refer to this, I assume most of you think of the more prevalent channel, Super Mario Logan, as their videos took the internet and, as a result, YouTube, by storm for a few good years without a doubt. A more niche series in itself is that of SMG4, a Nintendo IP creation that is expressed through Gary's Mod, one that allows for more creativity and extensive plot lines than the aforementioned plushie and puppet central series. For context, at this time, content surrounding the game Gary's Mod was extremely popular to the degree that I even enjoyed it. The Nintendo-based content using this game was niche yet quality, if you can call it that, and diverse, but as we've seen time and time again, creativity often gets tainted by the evil and darkness of those behind the screen, and some dark secrets are bound to come to light, and with the surfacing of them results in utterly shocking behavior from the accused. Today, we are going to dive into the depths of degeneracy once more, and I present to you, Weegeepie. You can't escape yourself.
I want to shower with you.
In 2005, Lucas Porson was born. Growing up in a family of French-speaking people, he grew up with both the languages of French and English. He created the Weegeepie channel on May 6, 2017, uploading the first Luigi SMG4S content on May 6, 2017, with Luigi Plays Minecraft. The Luigi character was an immediate success, as he garnered upwards of 10,000 subscribers within only 18 days. Lucas had a minor squabble with his very inspiration, SMG4, in which, rightfully so, they accused Lucas of stealing their content. Lucas would apologize and start to formulate his own style of content. Still using the Luigi character, this new style consisted of a mix of Gary's Mod usage and the Super Mario 64 sprites, using sounds from the characters in-game to pretend as if they were talking. Very Sans-like, if you will. This new style would also garner him a lot of attention, as in August of 2018, he reached the 100,000 subscriber milestone. Weegeepie would gain millions of subscribers over the next 6 years, as the future looked bright for the well-established Gmod Mario 64 YouTuber. What could possibly go wrong at this point? January 24th, 2024, Twitter account at Hushmush14 creates a document regarding Lucas's usage of slurs. Lucas continually uses the F slur and the T slur, and even in context, the N word, as well as the R word. Although the first two are deplorable, the latter is a bit acceptable as it was a quote. However, just saying the N word certainly would have sufficed. Lucas also has had pretty edgy, borderline weird messages regarding that goes against the concept of rape, I'm afraid. I will rape you sadly. I raped her and you can't sadly. I will then forward another message that I will soon come to kidnap you and rape you and record everything and yet again forward that to them. I would rather get raped by Dipsy than play Valorant. There is a whole section where he pulls the epic troll by sending porn in a GC with minors to epically prank people into thinking someone was getting groomed. I frankly don't have much to say about that. This document would be vastly ignored and joked about by Lucas. However, 48 hours later, he felt the innate need to respond in a document of his own. I simply refuse to give in into what is quite literally just a low-effort, non-serious, clout-chasing Google Doc made by a very hypocritical and immature teenager. Their only motives are pure clout and pettiness. I refuse to give them any more attention than they've already got, as that's the exact thing they want. I'll say it again, everything in that doc is not serious and utterly stupid. I am allowed to use the F and R word. Nobody has the right to assume who I identify as and what doctors diagnose me as. I'd say about 40% of my mutuals on Twitter are POC and like 30% are LGBT. This should be enough to know the type of person I am. Just ask around my real friends and mutuals the type of person I am. See if they have anything negative to say. Guys, racist, homophobic, transphobic? My Twitter mutuals would think you're crazy, right? Guys, my mutuals are black and gay. Not even my friends, no. But how can I be racist when my Twitter oomps are POC and LGBT? Disregarding the pure lunacy of thinking that because your Twitter mutuals are a part of the communities you're degrading, it's okay to use their slurs. As we'll see very soon, Lucas has been very intimate and sexually attracted to the female gender, something that I don't believe many homosexuals are. Obviously, the possibility of being bisexual arises, but I'm under the impression that they are not those who reclaim the F slur, that being, well, homosexuals. However, this would only be one of Lucas's lackluster responses, and the severity as well as deplorability of the situations he would be responding to would only increase. A part I glossed over in Lucas's document was this passage. Their only motives are clout and pure pettiness. I refuse to give them any more attention than they've already got, as that's the exact thing they want. Allegations as serious as making a Google Doc is absolutely not a joke. You usually do this for pedo threats.
I love kids, Charlie! I love kids!
Pim, I would really not be screaming at the top of your voice.
February 5th, 2024. February 25th, 2024. March 31st, 2024. 3 more dates, 3 more documents, all accusing Lucas of pedophilic, groomer, and rapist tendencies. All of this spanning over 5 years and 8 different victims. Excuse the analogy, but these are literal Epstein numbers. 8 different victims, mind you, is an amount of victims not only never covered on this channel for one individual, but I've never even seen that many in my life. Handily, however, all 3 of these documents have been shortened and cut down into one singular document that covers the full extent of Lucas's victims over 5 years chronologically. The victims are numbered 1 through 8, however the chronological order is 4, 5, 2, 7, 3, 1, 6, and 8. Mind you, the oldest of these victims would be 17, while the youngest would be 12 years old. Degenerate is not even enough a word to describe this individual. Without further ado, let's dive right into the files of Lucas, or Weegeepie. The start of this document is a testament as to how sick-minded Lucas was when it came to relationships in general, even one where there is no explicit power dynamic in their ages. Victim 4, a then 14-year-old, started dating a 14-year-old Lucas in the start of August of 2019. Their relationship would collapse nearing the end of 2020. In an attempt to make his ex-girlfriend jealous, in 2021, he would text her, bragging about the fact that he received illicit pictures from a 12-year-old. These are not identified as the 2 12-year-olds mentioned further in this document. Whether it is them or not is totally up for speculation at this point. In the same year, he bragged to another minor and user about having a video of him and this ex having intercourse. This obviously being CP, I want you to take specific note of the mention of Pikachu underwear. This was particularly disgusting, as the ex confirmed that this was them with a picture of the suspected Pikachu underwear. The worst part of this all being, it was confirmed Lucas still had these videos as late as 2024, as he sent them to her as a way of holding it over her head. As you can see, despite the lack of date, this is a more recent Discord UI. In 2024, Lucas would be 19 years old at oldest, 18 at youngest, still harboring on his computer. Next we move on to victim 5, and oh god, already a 12-year-old. Despite the DMs being full-on blatant proof, Weegeepie convinced the victim to pretend as if they were fake after the fact. Mind you, at that time, the individual was only 12 to 13 years old, and likely very easy to manipulate. I'm to your video. Heh. Are you still looking for 14-year-old girl? Maybe, yes. I have. How? It's a secret. No, please tell me the secret. Hey baby, when you can I have a picture with both your kitty and your breasts in the same frame? Yeah. Thanks. Take your time. You are the pedophile. I'm not a fucking pedophile. I'm 15. I'm not an adult. I'm 15. Oh my god. Not 16 years old? If you are 16 years old, you are already considered a pet. Some fake ass weak evidence. I'm not gonna try again with this. I've already warned her that I'd take legal action if she didn't stop spreading misinformation about me. This is just completely ridiculous. And as we see in these next DMs, Lucas forces her to tell others she was lying about the whole ordeal to save face. Sorry, tell him you faked it. If you don't tell him you faked it, this is gonna go really badly. I beg you to tell him before it's too late. This is something you have to tell him before something very bad happens to me. If you don't tell him, I'll never forgive you. Please tell him. Tell him it was fake. Tell him you made it up because you were angry. Please. But I would call myself a liar. I told him everything. I don't know what to do. Then he'll tell me why I'm defending you. Would you rather call yourself a liar without any consequences, or call yourself a liar and make me in huge trouble? If he asks you why you're defending me, just tell him that you were angry and that you faked it, and that you feel sorry about it because I was nice to you always. It is not confirmed that this is the 12-year-old that he was bragging about having the of to victim 4, however, it is highly speculated as such. We can now take a bit of a high road to a moreover lighthearted break. Crack a few jokes here and then. The following DMs are a lot less disturbing than the former, however are still kinda weird. Victim 2 was 15 while Lucas was 17. These messages aren't really anything noteworthy in comparison to everything else we've seen so far. Basically lots of talks of kisses and hugs and marriage proposals. However, it shows how pushy and clingy Lucas comes across as. Oh, did I mention the word creepy as well? He sent a 12-minute confession and profession of his love to this individual, and oh dear God.
A girl that I talk to every day, a girl that I talk to online, a girl with a very cool hoodie. What color? The opposite of green. Ooh, I wonder if you know that. Ooh, do you know that? The opposite of green? The opposite of a washed out green. Are you looking it up? Are you looking that up?
Brother, ew! Afterwards, he took not being immediately blocked and cut off as a sign to continue, becoming more clingy and obsessive by the day, even to the degree of stalking. He also paraded her around as if they were dating when they obviously were in fact not. Finally, after taking the hint, he admitted that he was dating multiple girls at that time. I won't worry about you. You're the strongest girl I know. Nothing can stop you. I love you. Take care of yourself for me. Thanks for the support. Always. I'll always support you, no matter what. You got this, champ. Let me know if you want to hang out when you feel better, queen. Hopefully it's soon. I have a big urge to call you cutie in public again. Oh, and I'll also be able to say how you fell for my irresistible charm. That's right, you really should have drawn me as the imp, heh. Me when, Lucas, oh, Lucas, I like Lucas, I made Lucas like her. I like kissing Lucas on the lips. What the fuck? I don't deserve you. Oh, don't say that. I'm here for you, remember? Can I tell you something? I'm dating multiple girls, and have been for a while. I hope you all had fun with those DMs, because now it gets, oh, so worse. We take a trip back to victim 4 in 2022, better known as Lucas's IRL ex, and get to the point of threats and harassment. Lucas had made a new Instagram account solely for the purpose of talking to minors. Victim 4, in attempts to save these minors, reached out, warning them about Lucas. Lucas would then confront victim 4 over WhatsApp. The messages being translated from French read, "Hello, I don't bother you too much. You're really looking for saying things on me like that. Bad stuff on me. You really want me to beat your ass up, right? You're the one who ruined my life, asshole. If you want me to send you at the hospital, I have absolutely nothing else to lose. If I hear one more time that kind of you're really gonna regret it this time. Do absolutely not mess with me. I've been staying long enough without doing Now I'm absolutely not going to stay here. Shut, so think well twice. May God guide you, my brother." This is genuine lunacy from Lucas, showing a true color of violent tendencies and abusive notions, having a psychotic spurg out because his ex was attempting to protect possible future victims. This all connects to the forthcoming of victim 7, in order, his 4th victim so far. Yes, we are only halfway. Victim 7, 14 years old, was confessed to and subsequently became the victim of Lucas in October of 2022, only coming out after the second document was released. Their DMs with Lucas often provide a bitter taste of guilt tripping, a manipulative tactic favored by Lucas particularly. Once they switched over to Instagram, Lucas became a freak, demanding she send him moaning voice messages to pictures and calling her mommy, as well as sending voice messages of his own.
Hi.
Bro, are you serious? After being sent a DP, the victim blocked him and cut contact. Unfortunately, temporarily, later that same night, they contacted Lucas over Twitter. A short while after, they got back together and carried their conversations over to Discord. Another instance of Lucas's guilt tripping is in full display after he asked her for a pic. I'm sorry, but it's kinda uncomfortable now. Okay. I'm gonna KMS, lol, bye. When shown the DMs of his ex trying to prevent victim 7 from becoming just that, a victim, Lucas's response was unsettling to say the least. What is she saying? I'm gonna kill her. I can't fucking believe she had the audacity to say that. She's the one that kept doing shit to me and driving me insane. Well, I was too kind to literally forgive her every time and not do anything about it. And she fucking dares to say it's me? I'm this close to going to her house to beat the shit out of her. That's the ex I was talking about. He did bad stuff on me. I'm genuinely going to kill her. Excuse me? Are you doubting me right now? No. At this point, I'm just gonna put her to the hospital and kill myself afterwards. What the fuck? No. I'm sorry for making you misunderstand. I'm so sorry to hear that. But Lucas, please calm down. I've stayed quiet for too long without doing anything. Initially, both users lied about their age by 1 year. Victim 7 saying that they were 15 and Lucas saying that they were 16. I think you can tell which is more problematic. When the truth was revealed to Lucas, I can't even tell you how he reacted without showing you. Like, you lied about your age, and I'm not complaining. Anyone else would have just blocked you right away. I'm risking getting treated like a I'm trying so hard, but it's never enough. I just want to be loved. Why is it always so difficult for no reason? That's not how it works. I have 2 million subscribers. Just don't tell anyone, ever, please, about us and your age. Finally, after 9 painful months of manipulation, Victim 7 found the courage to break it off with Lucas. As his final entourage, he plays the pity me card and spills all that is wrong with his life. I have more problems than just crappy parents. I am unhappy. I am lonely. All my friends use me. Every time I get a girlfriend, the same thing happens. My YouTube channel is dying. My ADHD is making me not do videos. I keep getting sick and having headaches. My parents keep yelling at me. I'm starting to get poor. I'm getting old. I'm not good at anything. Every time I try, I suck at it and get frustrated. Everyone ignores me. Nobody even cares when I'm on the verge of suicide. Thanks. Either nothing happens and it's just boring and I don't feel loved, or they just use me and don't really love me. We now progress onto Victim 3, the second 12-year-old of Lucas's victims. As we've established, Lucas is 17 in this setting. They initially met on Roblox. Cliche, Lucas. They started dating. Said relationship lasted well past the ages of 18 to 13, starting in October 2022, lasting until February 2024, judging by this message displaying when they broke up. Although she lied, saying she was 15, he was warned soon after in the same year of 2022 that she was in fact freshly 12, yet still made no effort to break it off. Sexually explicit messages are plentiful in their chat logs. I can put a credit card between those butt cheeks. Okay, good night. I love you. Bye. Rest. And don't say you felt sick. We're gonna vomit. Daddy? Mommy milkers. Yes. Is it okay if I sleep for just an hour? Yeah. Thanks. I might not, or I will. No idea. Probably won't. Mommy? Grr, stop it. Mommy? Hola. Hi, Mommy. Did you see it? Huh, no? Oh, what? Oh, and how about you? Alright, so another question. You sent Weegeepie, he kept them. My question is, did he say that he to them? Yes? He literally did it on call with his whimpers. Oh, and he has my too. Yeah. No, like on files. With new saw girls that weren't me. I just offered to let him see me shower, and he said yes to seeing me a lot, but like at the start of the relationship. I had like just turned 12 a month ago. He wanted to see me touch myself, and would beg me to let him see me and shower. I was uncomfortable showing him, so I said no a lot. He begged me so much to the point where I just showed him. He would only beg until he got tired or I showed him myself. I didn't know what to say. Okay, so instead of saying no to the offering, he just agreed to FaceTime. Definitely said yes for a while, but when he started cheating and I didn't know, he started saying yes less often. Okay, one more question. At that time of the offering, did he know you just turned 12 a month ago? He mentioned that I had lied about my age and said I was 15 to him at the start, but like when news back and forth continued, he definitely knew like a week or 2 weeks into news or before, and then stopped like this month 3 or 2 weeks ago. There are also a lot of pictures of Lucas and, Lucas Jr. that were sent to this victim. Lucas continually lies about the nature of their relationship, stating that they stopped being sexual and sending pictures in 2022. Firstly, implying there was a soliciting in the first place, and secondly, he is blatantly lying. We have the most disturbing part of these DMs, his attempts to meet up with this minor, even sending her the hotel he wanted her to stay at and meet up at. No, explain. I want to live with you. Well, me too. I asked 2 months ago, you said you can't. I can't though. I'm so confused, well, I don't know. See, nothing. Just come here, I don't know. I hate it here, I can't. I love you too. But you're coming in a month. Maybe. What do you mean maybe? I'm sorry, I love you so much. It's hard for me. What do you mean? Hotel near him. He wanted to babysit me. Like, cause I would have gone out with my dad. Like, he planned it all out. This is not the first time Lucas had attempted to meet up with a victim. However, it is the most thorough plan he has made for someone he initially met online. After the releasing of the second document on February 25th, he deleted all of his messages with and blocked victim 3. Now is the oldest victim, that being number 1, who was 17 while Lucas was 18, a much more respectable age gap. However, that respect is thrown straight out the window with the pure manipulative behavior and threats of doxing. Throughout their explicit messaging, more voice messages were sent, and oh, they are doozies, I do tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to shower with you.
Now, after initial allegations regarding Lucas came out, the victim considered cutting ties with him. Lucas manipulated them to stay. They will bully me. No, because you're gonna block them. You're still lying right now, I swear to God, is that an excuse? They won't bully you because you're gonna block them. No, it's not. You're not on my side. I am. Then do it. Can I just make an account? Absolutely not. To talk to you? No. Please. I won't fall for that. Do what I said, or I'm breaking up with you and I'll expose you alongside everyone else. I am not taking this lightly. I'm even thinking about taking this to court. This is literal harassment. If you don't want to do it, that obviously means you're on their side. Despite their breakup, Lucas continually held personal information over this victim's head, constantly threatening them. So I send this to the authorities? It's very easy to find someone with all of that suddenly. All of this is private information I can give to the authorities to track you down. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I told you this 2 days ago. Your IP. My parents, me and the Weegeepie company have no choice but to turn you into the authorities. You've committed a serious crime and show no sign of cooperation to better handle the situation as we have with blank and blank. We have a massive amount of your information in private, IP address, email, name, and state, which we will provide to the authorities along with the proof of your crime. You have less than 24 hours to respond to what will be your absolute final chance to cooperate before we take it to the authorities with no coming back. Finally, probably the only laughable thing of this entire situation in general is the email Lucas's father sent to the victim. Hello, I am Weegeepie father. You are committing serious and illegal acts. Contact me as soon as possible. If I do not hear from you, I will go to the police tomorrow and file international charges against you and your friends. I await your response. Very you done goofed-esque of Lucas's father here.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is from her father. You bunch of lying, no good punks. And I know who it's coming from because I backtraced it. And I know who's emailing and who's doing it. And you've been reported to the cyber police.
The pure irony of legal threats to silence the victim is blatantly disgusting and likely a bluff. Calling his YouTube channel a company is frankly laughable, as if I were to introduce this video from the Salty Company. Now on to victim 6, a 15-year-old that Lucas started dating while he was 18. Mind you, while Lucas was still dating victim 1. Lucas had this individual defend him on alternative accounts in his YouTube comment section, trying to push the narrative that his situation is at all similar to that of YouTuber Quites. They were sexually intimate and shared nudes multiple times, to the point where Lucas was leaked onto Twitter. The same account that leaked Lucas also leaked a lot of his Patreon content as well as his OneDrive full of source codes and general things that he used for videos. Finally, we move on to victim 8, the final, as we know it, and most current victim of Lucas. Victim 8 is 16, while Lucas is 19. Lucas has had access to this individual's account for a while now, crediting himself for voice acting in one of their videos in the description, as well as responding to a comment on their account, then moments later, responding to it on his own account. Sadly, this victim has lied about cutting ties with Lucas. Not only was she following one of his alt accounts on an alt account of her own, he also joined her Discord server in early June, not even hiding the fact that it was him. This finalizes all of the polarizing evidence in this document, with only the Discord IDs to remain. How do we think this ended though? Lucas left the internet, never to be seen again? A man could only dream and can only hope. April 19th, 2024, possibly one of, if not the worst response video in attempts to debunk allegations of pedophilia, blackmail, soliciting minors, and plenty other of deplorable acts that has ever been conjured on the site of YouTube. The thumbnail is as true of a testament as possible to the pure mental brain rot of this response and how little seriousness Lucas applies to this situation. In an essential way, I summarize this video as Lucas frankly admitting to everything but pulling at loose ends and omitting important details to try and save face. He even starts off the video by saying the accusers are not taking the situation seriously, yet his thumbnail has the words "not cooked" in it. Grow up. The following lines of text are anecdotal notes I took down while watching this video, and what doesn't line up. A lot of these are also pointed out by SummyV1, who made a great debunk video to this response. However, more on that video later.
So yes, we had intercourse at that spot, but let me just pull up something on the screen real quick. It's in French, but yeah. She herself wanted me to, yeah, and she herself gave the location. The same one she told this dude. How odd.
Despite this evidence doesn't prove that was the exact time she was. Not to mention, this DM is just an idea, not really an entire plan. With that being said, it is damning evidence, yet is also another instance of a he said, she said. So it's really your narrative versus hers.
That's not something I can avoid. I've talked about her in the past, and I've mentioned how she completely used me like a fleshlight. Like, she just completely ruined me mentally and emotionally. It's actually insane everything she got away with, and now she's still trying to ruin my life. And I've told quite the handful of people this. I didn't scream it like on the rooftops. Like, I have quite the audience. I wouldn't gain anything from saying, oh, my ex-girlfriend is a whore.
So much for being the mature one that takes the situation seriously, using the terminology of quote-unquote fleshlight. Also, considering you have more victims than P. Diddy, I'd take almost anyone's word over yours.
Foreshadowing. And another assumption is that I still have those files, which is like, dude, are you in my computer? No, you're not in my computer. As I said, we broke up like in 2020. She really fucking hurt me, so I don't really have any reason to have those files on my computer anymore.
Well, Lucas, you certainly have one reason, and that is to send them back to her, like seen in the screenshot with the 2024 Discord UI.
The fucking title. What the f is more epic? As I said, this is a common thing here, but why? Why do you call it more epic? Are you stupid? So this one is a girl I met online on Discord. I'm gonna talk about it later, but this was when all my quote-unquote friends just kind of fucking ditched me. But I had literally no one to talk to, so I was feeling pretty shit about that. So I made a new account and I basically tried to make friends. Exactly what I did, what I'm doing right now. Now I have real friends. Shout out to the Seal Nation.
This is a more general statement, but the irony of Lucas harping on the accusers not taking it seriously as a way to demonize and discredit them is so blatantly hypocritical, as he uses lots of different language and meme images throughout this very response video. How are you going to criticize people for doing the same thing that you are actively doing?
The whole friendship was completely fake and just trying to get me to do shit or something.
Yes, folks, you heard it here first. The 15-year-old victim wanted to be groomed because they made a joke about it before a relationship even formed. She was asking for it. Do you realize how that sounds, Lucas?
But obviously, I'm not a weirdo, so I never said anything inappropriate. But yeah, just me trying to be friendly. And then yeah, since she started the whole friendship as, oh, this guy is a groomer or something, so she started flirting, and I started flirting back. I'm not denying that. Reminder that I just turned 17 at the time, just turned 17. But when she said this, I understood and I stopped, obviously. But so yeah, here After a while of talking, I then confessed, as said here. But if you literally listen to the audio that they've included, which is, first off, very nice recording me at that point. Very, very considerate.
Back onto his victim blaming, she started flirting, so he just started flirting back, despite the fact that you were not only older but had a general power dynamic with your general popularity. But remember guys, it's always the victim's fault. They were asking for it.
Illegal!
You know, we were both 17. I did turn 18 down the line. So yeah, this one is pretty straightforward, but she asked me out. She started being overly sexual. And the thing is, she did ask me out at first, but now there she is, just acting like she was the victim when she clearly wasn't. Again, she asked me out, she did all that. And then the worst part is she committed revenge porn. Like, that's a crime. And you know, I didn't do that, and you did, so good job. I just didn't initiate anything, she did, and now she's acting like the victim. At this point, they all had a bunch of information on me, so they could pretty much do anything they want, like make up anything they want, and they did. Shortly after that came the shit mentioned.
Lucas totally disregards all threats of legal action, reporting to the authorities, and leaking victims' private information. Totally omits this detail to paint himself in a better light.
Of a 12-year-old girl, but in the document clearly says she lied about her age. And like, fucking read that part. She lied about her age. That should say enough about it. So basically, like, as it says, she lied about her age. And like, when I met her,
when someone is so clearly wrong, godly mistaken, and blissfully, blatantly ignorant as to disregard a DM where they can clarify they were 13 years old in his own video, you can quite literally see that DM at the bottom of the screen.
I was, I don't remember, I was either 16 or 17, I don't really remember because it was a long time ago, but, you know, again, a very tiny age gap.
You know, it's funny that he blurs the line between 16 and 17 to make it seem like he forgot, and the difference isn't that large, even though the individual is still 12 years old at the end of the day. I mean, you knew her age at least during May of 2023, and the relationship did not end until February of 2024.
And they claim there's other victims, but there's not. Like, if you're gonna claim there's more victims, like, at least have one victim. There's 0 victims in here. I've seen they mention another person, but to be honest, I just stopped reading because it's just always nothing burgers and they just make up shit.
Ah yes, to the allegations that are career-ending, you decide to chalk victims 5 and 7 up to nothing burgers. Just say that you don't have a response for it. It's okay to be unintelligent, but this is just ignorance. Speaking of nothing burgers, that's genuinely what the rest of this video is. He dwells on the slur allegations and doubles down on his initial response of, "I can say those words." He then tries to discredit his detractors, and well, the rest is history. If you desire a more in-depth dissection of this video, I recommend the video debunk made by SummyV1. In fact, you should go check it out on their channel. Oh wait. Shortly after the SummyV1 video was posted, it was taken down for violating YouTube's terms of service under the guise of child safety. Now, am I implying that this is directly linked to Lucas? No, I don't have any proof to back that up. However, a video that largely pertains to another video, one that does not violate YouTube's terms of service despite containing largely the same subject matter, shouldn't be taken down without prior notification to YouTube themselves. Something in the form of a mass flagging campaign or just reporting the video in general. There is no concrete evidence that Lucas took the video down. However, at this point, I wouldn't put it past him. After being flagged down, the video was repeatedly noticed by YouTube servers, so much so that it took over 5 re-uploads to get it up for good. To close out this section, we can just take a look at Lucas's comment section rules. Anything like touching kids, am I right, is disgusting and insanely disrespectful to real victims of abuse. I do not like kids. Stop believing lies so easily. To conclude this video as a whole, I believe everything shown at this point has not only demonstrated yet confirmed the character flaws and general deplorable character of Lucas. The grooming, the lies, the soliciting of sexual content, the creepy behavior, and everything in between has left everyone amazed and with only one thought: that justice needs to be served. Lucas has time and time again proven to be a danger to those with less power than him, a guilt tripper, a manipulator, holding personal information over others' heads, soliciting pictures from minors, having in his possession as late as 2024, and a plethora of other deplorable acts. Frankly, all the other videos made on this situation have been done poorly or prior to certain events. But my hope is that this video can reach those who need it and can finally put the nail in the coffin, as Lucas has gone off scot-free for far too long. I've been Salty, and this has been Weegeepie. You can't escape yourself. Signing off.
Baby, cut me, don't hurt me. Break my fucking ribs and give me wings like you're a Viking. Blood all over my skin, talking shit over the internet, but he's still hiding. I found his address cause I spent too much fucking time. Baby, cut me, don't hurt me. Break my fucking ribs and give me wings like you're a Viking. Blood all over my skin, talking shit over the internet, but he's still hiding. I found his address cause I spent too much fucking time here.
あぬたがぬぬっているぬぬ凶悪犯ぬ天使があぬたを殺そうとしている。